Hey, Aubrey. We're on All Ears English. First of all, that's awesome. I'm so happy to be here. And second of all, how are you?
I've had a rough morning.
Oh no.
It's it's St. Patrick's Day. We record a little bit in advance, guys. So St. Patrick's Day is March 17th. And in the United States, especially kids wear green on
Mhm.
on St. Patrick's Day. And if they don't, everyone is allowed to pinch them.
It
And
is the weirdest thing.
it
I
is so
don't
strange.
why. I bet
Why?
they don't even do this in Ireland. They like it's America just makes stuff up like Cinco de
Right?
Mayo and St. Patrick's Day. Like
Yeah, so
anyway.
strange. Anyway, I didn't think about it. I forgot. And I sent my kids to school with no green on. So I know they're getting pinched. They're going to come home so upset at me. I just realized it's St. Patrick's Day. So this was a big mom fail for me this morning, Jessica.
You know what, guys? Sharing fails, like mom fails, with friends. And here's why we're here today, guys. Sharing little tidbits like this with coworkers also is a great way to connect to them, to be a person, be a little bit vulnerable, right? Because people respond to others who are human, who make them feel good about themselves because everyone makes mistakes. So when we hear about other people's mistakes, that's like, we're like, oh, you know what?
Yes.
We can be friends. You're a human like I am.
I know we have solidarity in it, right? Feel like,
Totally.
okay, it doesn't just happen to me. Thank goodness, right? And it's true. If I were to go to an office today, I definitely would have shared that story with multiple people. Shared it with you, Jessica, my coworker, but it would have been perfect in a break room at the
Yeah.
water cooler. Be like, oh, you guys are never going to believe what happened to me. I had this mom fail today.
Well, and like even online, right? Because there's
Oh
always
yeah.
small talk before you get to the task. And I mean, Aubrey, this is our office on Zoom right now, and you
Right.
told me about this before we recorded. So guys, we are doing a web class for you about formal and informal language you need to use in the workplace to connect to other people, to sound more natural, to be someone that people want to talk to, and for you to feel confident talking to native speakers in English at work, guys. So before we get to some language that we're going to teach you today when we make mistakes at work, guys, sign up, grab your spot for this web class, allearsenglish.com/better. When are we throwing this web class party, Aubrey?
Yes, it's going to be April 12th and April 16th. So you can choose whichever day works best for you. It's going to be really fun, you guys. And this, you
Amazing.
need to know. You can't learn this in a textbook. How
Exactly.
to, when and what to say to be informal and when to be formal at work. There's a lot of nuance here. So I'm excited for you guys to be at this web class and have a good time with Jessica and I.
You get to hang out live with us, guys. Okay, so let's get to a couple little vocabulary items and a structure for how to what to say when you do mess up at work. And notice I said when and not if, because
It's
you will mess
inevitable.
up at work. Everyone messes up,
Oh, yeah.
right? And it's fine. It's human. So how do we deal with that, Aubrey? What do we say to a coworker if we make a mistake?
Yeah. So a great phrase is to say, I spaced it. This is idiomatic. That means you forgot about something. It was just totally off your radar, as we say. And both of those are really fun to say. This wasn't on my radar, so I totally spaced it. That's great
Totally.
if you're late for a meeting, if you miss something entirely. And it's a really informal way to keep it light, to kind of say, we're not going to take this too seriously, but I'm sorry.
Yeah, totally. So those are two great idioms, guys. Not on my radar. It's like, I didn't know about this. I wasn't aware of this. And maybe you should have been or shouldn't have been. Like, it doesn't matter. It just means you weren't aware of it, right? It wasn't in your brain. And to say I spaced it, it just means like, I forgot. I was thinking about other things. I forgot. But they're both slangy. They're both idioms. Okay. And then I flaked. This is more informal. This is the most informal idiom today, guys. I flaked. It's the same as just like, I forgot. My bad. I totally forgot. I'm so sorry. So combine these phrases. Here's the structure, guys. Those are the idioms to use to sound natural, to say, I forgot, but then also apologize. Okay.
Yes.
Always say like, I'm so sorry. I spaced it. I am so sorry. I totally flaked yesterday. So we combine these with an apology. And then there's two more parts of the structure, guys. You can follow this by saying why, if you feel like it's appropriate to share this information. So, like, what's a reason that you would share for like spacing it?
This actually happened to me last week. Lindsay and I were supposed to be on a meeting at 8 a.m. My kids were home from spring break. I was making pancakes and I totally spaced the meeting. And I ended up being about 15 minutes late. And I did share why. I felt like I owed her an apology. I owed her an explanation.
Yeah.
And, I don't want her to think I'm just flaky. I'm just spacing out on things all the time.
Right.
So I let her know after the meeting, I totally spaced it and flaked. I'm so sorry. My kids are home from spring break, so I didn't check my calendar. Everything's off. I was making pancakes and I'm sorry.
See, that is perfect. That, like, yes, I love it. That is completely human and acceptable and polite, right? Because we want to be polite to our coworkers. And you know what, guys? Apologizing and being honest about something is being polite. That is being a real human being that people will connect to and trust. Right? Because like we said, everyone makes mistakes, guys. So own up to it, right? Say that you made a mistake, say why if you feel comfortable. And then, guys, here's an important bit. You have to finish by saying how you'll fix it or how this won't happen again in the future, right?
Yes. And I did this as well, right? I let her know. I said, but this won't happen again. I'm going to look at my schedule every morning, whether kids are home or at school. And that is going to make it so that I can avoid this situation in the future.
I love it. I love it. So for more natural language like this, guys, you need language like this that you don't get in a textbook. I mean, none of this stuff we taught you today, you will find in a business course, a textbook or whatever. Because this is how we really talk in real life. This is all native and natural. Like Aubrey said, she literally said all these things last week. So guys, don't miss our web class. I'm so excited for you guys to get this English. You can't get anywhere else. So sign up for this web class, guys, allearsenglish.com/better. And remember, there are 2 chances. So grab the spot that works for you, April 12th or 16th, and we'll see you in the web class.
Yes, I'll see you there, Jessica. We'll see everybody at the web class. Bye-bye.
Bye.